Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Precious Metal Summit Europe here today, and we are moving on with Bonterra Resources and Pascal Hamelin, the CEO of the company. Welcome and hi, how are you, Pascal?
Good, yourself?
Perfect, thank you very much. It's a long day, but very promising and great companies interviewed so far. So we move on with another great company, your company, Bonterra Resources. Maybe you can give us a short overview on the company.
Well, we're in the gold space. We got three projects, all in northern Quebec. They're all within trucking distance from the Bachelor Mill that Bonterra 100% own. The corporate office is here in Val-d'Or. I live in Val-d'Or, and all my team is in the region, and we're very active in the urban berry camp. We got 8 drills right now operating. We drill about a little bit over 8,000 meters a month. We're continuing that in 2021, and the plan is to do a resource update in 2021 with a PEA.
Okay, super, perfect. So you said you are owning the mill, and I saw that on your presentation, also on the maps. I think the mill is quite strategic because it looks like you are in the heart of a lot of promising properties, and especially your bachelor project, right?
Exactly. Yes, the Bachelor Mill is surrounded by projects, and all these projects will either talk to us one day, or they're going to have to build their own mill.
I think that's a very comfortable position to be in. Yeah, to be in. That's great.
The thing that mill is already on the power grid. So when you look at capex eventually for a mill, it's not just the mill you got to look at; is the power line to feed that mill. So we're on the grid. We already have the tailings facility, and it's very close to the highway, so it's all good. You know,
okay.
The parts, they're all good.
Yeah, super. So the question for me is, what capacity has the mill so far? Can you enlarge the mill, let's say in phases or in steps? And are you processing already, or no? You're not processing, right?
Yeah, we are. We're processing our own material. Really? But we got the permission from the ministry to do a 10,000-ton bulk sample from one of our projects, the Moroy project. So we're processing that right now. We're going to continue till the end of November. And the permitting is, the plan is to go from 800 tons a day to 2,400 tons a day. We began the permitting a few years back in 2017. We submitted the environmental impact study to the ministry in the fall 2019. Questions and answer right now with the ministry. So I'm very hopeful that if everything goes well, that we could get the permit to increase capacity in late 2021.
Wow, fantastic. So that would mean that you need to bring, let's say, one project at least in production then, or 2 production stage, which makes sense when you have such a fantastic asset. So what would it be, the first one where you say, okay, this is the one we really can move forward, and we really can start when the permits are there, we can start full throttle production?
Okay, of the 3 projects, they're all at different stages of permitting. Moroy is right there. So it's just a matter of, once you get the permit, is to have enough drilling for the life of mine, and then to get the mining lease. Mining lease is very quick. So that one, a few months after the mill permit, you could go and get the Moroy permit going. Another one could go fairly fast is the Berry project. Berry is already developed 100 meters below surface, so it's just to do more development underground, and then slowly see production ramping up. Like with the development, you start developing the underground infrastructure, and then you're going to start seeing the production coming.
Okay, super. And I saw also at Moroy that you have already $100 million worth of infrastructure. I mean, that helps a lot, I would call.
Well, it's because it's beside an existing mine. The Bachelor mine was in production between 2012 and 2018. So that's why all these infrastructures are already in place. You got ventilation, ore handling system, everything is there. So that's why Moroy could be going quick. And then the third project, Gladiator is the one with the highest grade. Right now we're in the permitting process to develop a decline. So let's say we have a decline permit in 2021. You could start seeing production from that deposit probably late 2023.
Wow, that's also really fast. So would that mean that you can serve all three projects really with that 1 mill then?
With that 1 mill, yeah, that's and that's what the PEA is going to show next year. Once we do the PEA, the market, the investors will see the synergy possibility with the three projects fitting a central mill. And 110 kilometers is not that far when you're looking at, it's haulage road. It's off the, you're not on pavement. So there's less restriction on the weight per axle for the trucks. So I see this as a very viable project.
Okay, super. So you would haul that with trucks? Would a conveyor belt make also sense, or is that too long?
It's too long. It's too long, and it's gravel road. It's got slopes, and trucking is the best option. And eventually, like 10 years from now, maybe it's going to be Google driving those trucks. But,
they would be really automatic.
For now, we're looking at, we're not going to mix the risk here. We're gonna use standard truck with drivers, and
Yeah, this is absolutely fine, fantastic. So, of course, it's maybe too early to say, but what is your estimate roughly? And I know it's a forward-looking statement for the regulators, but what is the estimate? How much money do you need to put in the hand to bring, let's say, one after the other in production, or all three together? What we are talking roughly about? 300 million, 500 million, 1 billion.
Yeah. Well, it is a forward-looking statement when you're asking me.
And that's why I say it's just a hypothetical estimate.
Yeah, well, it's going to be less than 500. It's not going to be that much because the mill's already built. The tillings facility is already built as well. So you're looking at mill expansion and underground development. So, and the underground development, we're looking at declines at this stage. The resource is not deep enough yet to justify a shaft and a head frame. But hey, if the deposit goes down at depth and we justify the shaft, I'll be the first one to say yes. I love shaft.
Definitely. So if this all costs money, of course, and as you said, you drill 8,000 meters a month, if I got that right. What is money in the bank, and how do you finance all that?
Yeah, well, we got good shareholders that are already supporting us. They've been very supportive in the last few years. We have strategic investors with us. We have Wexford Capital from New York. We have Van Eck. We have Kirkland Lake Gold, Eric Spot. So and the Caisse de dépôt of Placement of Quebec, they're shareholders. So traditionally, like in the past few years, we did the financing through private placement. So I would not be surprised if the future is similar to the past. So I could see private placement. And as far as funds, well, 2020 is looked after, especially that we're doing a bulk sample right now. We're generating cash from the bulk. We're pouring dories. So but for 2021, eventually we're going to have to raise cash, but there's no rush today, but eventually sometime next year, yes, there will be a private placement or some sort of a capital raise.
Okay, super. Well, that sounds very promising, and I have a feeling that you will have a lot of news flow over the coming months and weeks also, right?
Yes, with the drill rigs running, yes, you're right. The SAL is very busy too.
That's right. And do you have also problems with the turnaround times? Are they much longer now? No, it's okay for you?
The internal lab is a 3-week backlog, but you know, it's
Super.
okay. You got to live with that. And the external lab for our QA/QC is about 40 days right now, so it's not that bad. The issue is to find diamond drillers. Like the ramp up, like when we, you know, with the pandemic, we took a pause between March and July. And when we resumed the diamond drilling in July, it took us a few weeks to ramp up the diamond drilling, because here in Northwest Quebec, it's the employment rate is pretty high. The unemployment rate is less than 5%. The last report I saw. So if you're a diamond driller and you're wondering where you should be working, come to Quebec. Same for the geologists.
Okay, super. Perfect. That was a great final sentence. Thank you very much, Pascal. We wish you all the best and look forward to a lot of news flow. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Bonterra Resources with Pascal Hamelin, the CEO. And you heard it, 8,000 meters per month they are drilling. That's really a lot. 3 very promising projects, and all 3 will be brought, I have no doubt, into production. But what I really like is the fact that they have their own mill already up and running, and that they can process the bulk samples. Also, enough money in the bank for now. Of course, they probably need to finance later in 2021 something. But as said, it looks very promising, and altogether, if you bring all together below $500 million in production, I think that is a no-brainer. So check out the company. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.